you for joining me again in Truth in Scriptures. Today I'm going to be talking about creation and the Creator. And to start off with, by whom and when were both the heavens and the earth made? In the beginning, Yahweh created the heaven and the earth. It's stated in Genesis 1, verse 1. That's Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. For what purpose did Yahweh make the heavens and the earth? Well, for thus says Yahweh that created heavens, Yahweh himself that formed the earth and made it. He has established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. You find that scripture in Isaiah chapter 45, verse 18. What do the scriptures state that the heavens declare? The heavens declare the glory of Yahweh. And that can be found. And the firmament shows his handiwork. That's the earth. That can be found in Psalms 19, verse 1. Psalms 19, verse 1. To whom is worship and adoration at all times due? That's simple. If you believe something that or someone that you have never seen, you have only heard about, read about, if you believe, then you know who to adore and who to pray to. Church system uses titles instead of names. The titles they use are God, comma, Lord, comma, and for the Messiah's true name, they use Jesus, Hispanic name, because that's what the Catholics call him. His true name is Yahshua, which is Hebrew for Son of the Father. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before Yahweh, our Maker. Psalm 95, verse 6. What will become of the graven images and false gods with a little g of the heathen? Thus shall you say unto them, the gods, little g, that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. You find that in Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 11. How does Yahweh contrast his own power with that of false gods? And in what way does he inform us to distinguish between them? This is what Yahweh says in Scripture. Let them bring them forth and show us what shall happen. Let them show the former things what they be, that they may consider them and know the latter end of them, or declare us things for to come. Show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that you are gods. You find that in Isaiah chapter 41, verses 22 through 23. Who created man and whose likeness is he? Well, like I said, we haven't seen the Father or the Son, but he created man in his image. All we have, well, I don't have the scriptures up here with me. All we have is what is stated in scriptures. And these scriptures have been written for over 6,000 years. So Yahweh created man in his own image, and in the image of Yahweh created. Him, male and female, created he them. quoted in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. The character and power of man is just a little inferior to what great class of Yahweh's creatures. What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that visits him? For you have made him a little lower than the angels, and has crowned him with glory and honor. That verse is talking about the Messiah, which is, according to the scripture in Psalm chapter 8, verses 4 through 5, is little less than the angels. Men are higher than the angels. Now, why would the Father make his Son less worth than his angels, and man more worth than the angels? What home did Yahweh first give man after his creation? That was Garden of Eden. And Yahweh planted a garden eastward of Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 8, what did Yahweh provide for food for this man, and what did he give him to do? And out of the ground made Yahweh to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. And Yahweh took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and keep it, according to Genesis chapter 2, verses 9 and 15. And for those of you who don't know what dress it and to keep it up really means, dressing is the same as a vineyard keeper who goes out and prunes their vines so they grow thicker, they grow better fruit. So that is what he is talking about here. What great lesson may we learn through the things that are made? For the invisible things of him from creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power, so that they are without excuse. You find that in Romans chapter 1, verse 20. In view of the curse upon this earth by reasons of disobedience and sin that hath our Creator promised, for behold, I create new heavens, new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. That's in Isaiah chapter 65, verse 17. What he is talking about is when the end of times comes along. The earth will be destroyed and remade. There's a little prayer after this, or poem. I will read it. It says, praise Yah for the Messiah. All praise to thee, eternal Father, clothed in a garb of flesh and blood, choosing a manager for thy throne, while words on worlds are thine alone. Once did the skies therefore thee bow, a virgin's arms contain you now. Angels who did thee rejoice, now listen to thine infant voice. A little child thou art our guest, that weary ones in thee may rest. For alone and lowly is thy birth, where we may rise up from this earth. Thou comest in the darksome night, thou make us children of the light, to make us in the realms divine, like thine own angels round thee shine. All this is for us thy love hath done. By this to thee our life is won. For this we tune our cheerful lays and tell our thanks in songs of praise. That was written by Martin Luther King. Things are getting worse, and you need to find your beliefs. You need to work harder on yourself. A camel can pass through the eye of a needle on the right road. Those that have no idea about anything in scriptures will be on the wrong road. That's it for creation and creator. I thank you, and my blessings go out to each one of you, that you may remain safe and healthy throughout this week until I'm back again the following Sabbath, which is Saturday, mentioning the true names of the Father and the Son in my teachings of scriptures. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this. Have a good week. Shalom.